Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Las Vegas. Time to go vroom vroom around the streets of the big lights. Unfortunately, the lights are going to be a bit blurry because in the race it's going to rain. I jinxed myself in the last episode saying, oh, I've never done Las Vegas in the rain. I hope it doesn't rain. Oh. But hopefully that rain dries up quite quickly. We've got all of our fingers crossed. We'll wait and see what happens. It might just be rain to hards or rain to mediums. The softs don't last long around Vegas at all. We know that much for sure. We've got the older parts going in for practice. I mean, we could be anywhere in the top 10, effectively, with regards where the cars currently are. We're still on 104 after the increase in difficulty inherently in the game by Codemasters. So we've dropped the difficulty from 105 to 104. We did that for Portugal in the last episode, and we'll continue that here today for this one. But that's constantly in flux, basically, for the time being, and if we need to tweak it, we shall tweak it. We won this Grand Prix last season. I can't remember whether I got lucky or whether I did it on merit or what happened, but Viva Las Vegas, here we go. Resource points accrued. We have a decent amount in the bank now. Obviously, 595 was what we needed for the final saving of the upgrade for the regulation changes, preserving of the upgrade for the regulation changes, with the chassis side of it, I think it was, in the R&D. And we had 590. Now, Ferrari are fully prepared, or will be fully prepared, for next season. So I'm rather expecting there to be quite a sharp incline in the red line as we begin next year. But hopefully it's not too sharp an incline, because we are not going to be in a red car next year. We're going to be in probably a silver or a blue car next year, depending on who comes in for me in pre-season or post-season. So, to qualifying, a tyre wear is very good, which is a shame for the rain, because my tyre wear apparently is about 20% better than expected. It's not going to make any difference in qualifying, though. So we'll try and save a set of softs if we can for the race, because we might. Depends when the rain finishes. It might be quicker to go medium soft to the end from when the rain finishes, rather than just whack the hards on from when the rain finishes. It depends when the rain finishes, but it's going to be a difficult Grand Prix. I think it's so tight. Look, considering the track isn't a minute and a half long, for half a second to be splitting the top 13 is, for the entire field to be split by less than a second, is pretty remarkable. So we're going to have to be on it here. Otherwise, it might be a bit of a disappointing qualifying session. Obviously, with the increase in difficulty, but then the decrease in difficulty, we're not sure which way this one could go, but hopefully it will go in our favour. But actually, let me just double check. Let me just double check my fuel levels. I'm glad I double checked my fuel levels. Right. Now we can go for the run. I am not confident of this being a lap to get me through, weirdly. Not confident at all. 29.3. I think that might just be enough to get me through. It's not. 17th. Okay. Right. So, I don't know where we qualified in Las Vegas last year. I seem to recall us being front row. I will double check. Oscar Piastri didn't go out again. And myself and he have gone out here in qualifying. Oh! A 29.3, 0.687 tenths off P1. And that is us out of qualifying. That was unexpected. Last year, it was P20 to P1. Watch this. So something happened. So we did a 29.4 last season, which was good enough for 8th. We did a 29.3 this season, which was good enough for 17th. Although the AI aren't much quicker. They did 28.6s at the front end of the grid, and they just did 28.6s at the front end of the grid in Q1 though. So we'll see if Q3's, how much quicker they are with their Q3 times, we can compare, because that is... Oh, Sainz's engine blew up, didn't it, when he had a 10-second lead? Well remembered. We were trying to chase down Carlos Sainz. We were indeed. So we'll go and find out what lap times they were putting in Q3 and compare that to Q3 last season to see how far everyone has progressed. Holy, that is sideways rain, ladies and gentlemen. Sideways rain. Now it's straight down rain. That's weird. 28.5. So they're basically the same as they were last season. It's just that the rest of the grid, ba-boom, have taken a jump. Whereas I haven't. Unless I just put in a duff lap for Q1. But my Q1 lap time there was faster than my Q3 lap time last year. So, Christ knows. Any hint of a penalty for someone? Alonso's got a pen. No one else does that. Or someone does, actually. Because I'm 16th and I qualified 17th. Who is it? Daniel Ricciardo. Sorry, Danny Rick. Well, in surely full wet conditions then here. Yes, full wet conditions. Oh, Christ. We begin this Grand Prix. Unbelievable, Jeff. What is happening here, then? Can I put a set of inters on? It reckons it's faster, but slower to the end? The lap times are better, or is that tyre wear that's better? Yeah, lap times are slower, but tyre wear is better. Well, we're starting on full wets, then. And I imagine everyone else is too. Raining in the desert. And I'm starting at the back. It was P20 to P1 last year. This year, P16 to question mark. Well, we're going to be starting on the bend. We're also going to be starting on tyres that might as well be wrapped in ice as opposed to rubber.
Okay, not the best placement
good.
There, mate. Let's try and get a good launch as the race starts.
Starters remain to go on. Starting 16th, almost certainly will be 20th by the end of the first turn. You see, it's not a bad start. Oof, bit of wheel spin though. Ah! Survived. God, they're so slow. But I imagine there's no grip. I can hear contact everywhere, but thankfully none of it is involving me at the minute. Oscar Piastri has jumped me. Hoi! There goes the Alpine of Nico Hulkenberg as well. I hadn't used any battery until then though, so I'm going to try and just... I've no idea where to brake. There was not the best of points, but somehow I've survived that by swerving my way through the gap. Sorry, Esteban. Jeez Louise. Well, we're 16th again. Oscar Piastri's made a couple of places. I lost one and made it back again. Whoa! This is going to be absolute chaos until it dries up.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Tell me when it's going to dry up. I'm going to ask about the... Oh, God, understeer. I'm going to ask about the weather when we get onto the straight. Sorry, Esteban, I'm trying to turn and not hit you, mate. It's just wheel spin in 5th. 5th!
Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment.
Oh, thanks for telling me that. Before the race. Could have done with that knowledge before the bloody race. I wouldn't have started on wets. Never mind, eh? Oscar! Hello. Through Franco Colapinto corner. This is Tokyo Drift. Got nothing to do with Formula 1 racing at the minute. This is just Tokyo Drift.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag in front. No, yellow flag behind. Yellow flag somewhere. Who? Someone behind, I think. No, or is there smoke up in front? I've no idea what's going on. There's a yellow flag for something. It's Fernando Alonso.
Okay, clear.
Fernando Alonso has a puncture, maybe? I couldn't see any smoke at the back of his car there. I don't think he's got a puncture. Is he just having a mechanical retirement? I think he's just having a mechanical retirement. There's no There's no flat tyre. There's also no smoke out the back. That is rain. So presumably just some sort of mechanical retardant, maybe a gearbox or something internal as opposed to the power unit just going pop. Regardless, free position. Thank you, Fernando. Right, we're green flag racing again, so we can overtake. So I might try and overtake. VSC.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast.
Well, I made the overtake at the right point, just before the VSC came out. That was lucky. I presume that's because Fernando's just parked on the side of the track. He probably could have made it back to the pits. He's effectively, has he stopped just at the pit entry? Just the pits are there, mate. Just go the extra 30 metres. All right, VSC then. Well, at least it means that the rain will end sooner in terms of the lap count, because the race is not going quite so quickly. So that's a benefit for us. There's a significant gap between Checo and the points, though. Checo's P11 at the front of this train, and then there is, well, a gap, a sizable gap to the points. The delta is really weird at the minute. Still 4 tenths, but Checo's going very slowly. Oh, it's coming down again. When is it going to stop? I guess when Fernando Alonso's car disappears. We're going to be under VSC for a full lap or so. It's not unlike this Las Vegas race in this save and on this game to have safety cars or virtual safety cars or red flags. Fernando's car has now disappeared.
Okay, VSC
and it's ending.
We're going green.
And my delta's fine.
Delta until the green flags.
Give me a green flag so I can overtake, please. Thank you. Whee! P13, maybe? He's still alongside me. Ollie Behrman made a little bit of contact there, but we're going to get past him, I hope. Ollie, give up. Come on. It's P13. I might try for...
Gap to your teammate ahead. 13.
P12 here.
2 seconds.
P12 achieved. 5 seconds the gap to Yuki and P10. Jesus Christ, Checo, you are killing us here, mate. Hello, Mr. Porsche. Can you give that up, please? Thank you, mate. Cheers, pal. Right, let's go and get... Now it's 6 seconds to Yuki. What the hell? Let's go and get Sergio, and then let's get after that points gaggle. It's still not looking like the track is getting any drier. The rain is still coming down very hard. There's no racing line really appearing, so I don't think it's really Inter's time yet. Still no idea whether the other drivers will go in wets to Inters to dries, or whether they'll just hang it out on the wets and go straight to the dry tyres. I've absolutely no idea here. But regardless, we need to close the gap, because that front 10, effectively, are just pulling further and further and further away at the minute, and that is not great for us. Just going to use my ERS and go and get Checo here. Although we're going to hit VMAX. He's going to go defensive. Thank you, Checo. Well, he's not gone very defensive, though. Didn't necessarily leave much more than a car's width on the outside. Fastest laps are being exchanged now, which says that the track is definitely improving in terms of its condition. Really need to see Checo off. Get after that RB.
Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Okay, Inters are the better tyre. So we can either make the call to go to Inters, or we can gamble that everyone else is just going to stay on the wets till the dry and just go straight to dries. We'll give it one more lap. Oh, Perez is in. All right.
This lap then. Come into the
We're
pits
in.
at the end of this lap.
But the front three aren't. This might be a game changer. Intermediate tyres. This could help us close the gap to Yuki. No, it won't, because they've... Slow! Stop again! You dickheads! You're absolute
There
dickheads!
seems to have been a bit of a problem removing the left front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us.
Kill me! What have I got to do to have just a consistent, decent stop from a Ferrari pit
That was our
crew?
last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's
My
go.
God! Down to 18th then! Was fucking 12! So the question is, when it gets dry, what tyre do we go to? Do we run hards to the end? Or do we go medium, soft? I just put in the fastest lap of the race, so we've clearly got pace in the car. Just why it's even more frustrating about the slow pit stop. Sergio Perez has come out from his box and is significantly down the road there, look. Absolutely infuriating. Again and again and again. 10 minutes. Okay.
Just keep your concentration out there. You're doing well.
We might have been able to stay out on the wets, you know. I think someone is still out on wets at the front. Alex Albon is still going, as is Oscar Piastri, on the wets. That might be an ingenious call if it dries up quite quickly. Hello, Nico. Je suis arrivé. .14th. Look at the gap, though, from Ollie Behrman to the points, and the gap to Charles is huge. Come on! Oh, stupid physics and aerodynamics. I want it. I'm easing off the brakes to try and take it. I got it. I don't got it. I don't got it. Nico's got it. Has he? No, maybe, don't know. Excuse me, Teo. I do want this position, mate. I will take it from you. Right, I need to be careful with that rear right. This is really hot now.
Okay,
might be in trouble.
the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
I need this rain to stop, otherwise my race is going to properly die.
We're right on the crossover.
If we're on the crossover, do I box? One more lap. One more lap. It's still raining, so I'll give it one more lap. I'm not losing any time really yet to Behrman. 97 degree. I'm going to be forced to box soon though because of the overheating rears. And hards or medium from here. One set of medium tyres won't last.
Let's use overtake.
Stopped
and burn
raining.
off some of this energy.
Rain has stopped. Charles is in, I think. Charles is in.
Charles is in the pits.
100 degrees in that rear right now. What are the front runners going to? I imagine hard tyres, but... Let's have a look. Yep, they've all gone to hards. Okay, pitting from P13 to hard tyres then. DRS enabled.
Right, let's go.
What do you know? A
That
good
was
pit stop.
Fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Thanks, lads. If only you could do that every time, eh? Rather than at least once every race weekend completely fuck it up.
Okay.
So we've taken Sergio Perez in the pits. Don't really know how, unless Haas double stacked, which I don't think they did, because there's another Haas down the road. So I don't know how. Sergio Perez must have just had a slow stop, and Haas have returned the favour from earlier, where we had a super slow stop. So we get away with one there, but it's still bloody 4.2 seconds to Ollie Behrman down the road. I presume everyone has been in now. Everyone but Zhou Guanyu in the Sauber is now on the hard tyre. So these will take us to the end. If there's a safety car at any point, then we put some mediums on, provided that safety car comes after lap 25. Time to try and show some race pace now in the dry. Okay, we are on the brink of and now into DRS range finally with these two in front. Behrman and Tsunoda, and as a result, the points are now right here in front of us. Behrman's battery is or was flashing towards the end of the start-finish straight, so I don't know whether he was harvesting or whether he's just running out of battery.
We're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors.
What a surprise!
You need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
Yeah, you never do. Right, I'm curious to know what the gap is to
The car behind is dropping back by about 3
Carlos
tenths of a lap. Well
Sainz
done.
and the first of the two Mercedes, because what that gap is will determine how likely we think it is we get anything more than a P10 finish here today, because it's quite the gap, as you can see on the minimap. It's probably going to be upwards of 7 or 8 seconds, I would imagine, if not more than. It's going to be nice to have some DRS down this straight for the first time in the entire Grand Prix. Nico Hulkenberg hasn't lost any time behind. He's been about 2 seconds the whole time.
Safety car deployed.
Full safety car. George Russell is out of the race. Okay, there's not... I don't think I can make a medium set last that long. I think we stay on the hards. I think the safety car has come too soon. I think they... That's Lewis. I think they... Oh, he's just dropped it. Oh dear. He lost it one way, corrected here, and then went over the bump, spun into the wall and lost the tyre. That might be a red flag. If it's a red flag, I probably will go mediums. If it's not a red flag, I think we have to stay on the hards. This is now going to become quite the decision. P10 is now no longer the limit in this Grand Prix. Are others going to box? They're stuck behind George. This surely has to be red flagged. The safety car has been caught already, though. So I think we're going to stay... Oh, George's car's just disappeared. Everyone's staying out on the hards. Okay, I'm not going to box. I cannot take the medium tyre. 28 laps or so. It just wouldn't work. It'd be too slow. But what we can do is close the gap up to everybody else. We've got very lucky here, and now we are very much in the fight for hopefully a podium, because our tyre wear is significantly better than everyone else's, or at least we think it is anyway. It was significantly better compared to the race strategy program. Whether that's an accurate depiction of what everyone else's tyre wear is like, I don't know, but it was significantly better than the race strategy program, which says to me that surely that means we're going to have better tyre wear than most other drivers as well. Maybe that's why Charles was disappearing quite the way that he was out front, although I think people behind him were battling, and there is going to become basically one long 18-car train here, reignited. And we'll do one more lap behind the safety car, I think, because it's got to do more than 3/4 of a lap. And we will go racing again on lap 24. Oh, God, do I? I'm sorely tempted to box for the mediums, but I don't think it's the right call. If we were a little further back, maybe. If I was 15th or 16th, I might consider it, but from here, from 11th, right on the fringes of the points, I've got to stay out. Safety cars in this lap. And we're getting ready to go. And we are gone.
Green flag.
Lemon broke early for turn 1. Okay, I lost the rear end because my tyres are stone cold, and now Nico Hulkenberg's taking me. I've got a warning for a collision there. Have a word. If the safety car went fast enough that I could reheat my bloody tyres, then it'd be alright, wouldn't it? Doing 50 miles an hour on most of the lap. How are you supposed to keep your tyres warm doing 50 miles an hour? The other drivers get warm tyres because they're AI controlled. Mine are stone bloody cold. Right. Well, I was trying to get aggressive at the start. I ended up losing a position. Back down to P12. Long way to go yet still, though. We're not even at half race distance yet. A lap out from it. Checker must have damage, surely, because he was really slow at the beginning of the race. And now at the restart, he's already dropped out of DRS range as well. I can't see any visible wing damage on the car. Maybe he's got floor damage. Maybe he's just shit-ass slow. Maybe he's just Sergio Perez. Regardless, he's falling back. We're still part of this front train, and the longer that continues, the best chance we have of making as many positions as possible. Lando Norris has taken the lead of the race away from our teammate Charles Leclerc. So that will rein Charles back in and ensure that he maybe doesn't win this Grand Prix. Not that he needs to. He's already won the championship, but it'd be nice to see some other race winners. Big run on Hulkenberg. We're deep in the corner. God. Clattered the wall there, but we get away with it. Well, that front right is now 11% worn, which isn't great. We're out of DRS range of those in front. Let's get back within. We're still not back in the points yet. This is P11 only.
And make it last.
It's absolutely fine. We saved some under the safety car. Not that we intentionally saved some under the safety car. It's just that by going slowly, we saved some under the safety car, and we had more than enough to get us to the end, even pre-safety car, so I'm not worried about fuel at all. Right. Do I could do, I might, I shouldn't, I will, I'm going for it. Hello, Mr. Behrman. Hi, how are you? We're in the points. P10. Let's go and get Yuki. Last lap of the race, apparently. Okay. Obviously assisted by DRS and a lot of battery, but there is some pace in the car still. Can we finish in the top 5 or maybe even on the podium? Gonna have to get aggressive in the last 22 laps to do so. I don't mind getting aggressive. We'll just pretend we've been on the piss in the casino. We're fueled by drunken rage around the streets of Las Vegas. Try and get ourselves the best possible result here this evening. It's just a massive train at the minute, although Piastri now seems to be the one that's holding people up, where he's fallen a little bit further back. Oscar Piastri's having a nightmare race, isn't he? Qualified horrifically. Oh, dearie me. Qualified horrifically, that's some floor damage.
Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight
and then
damage.
Slight.
Too serious at the moment, just be careful.
Qualified horrifically, and then hasn't shown the pace to get through the field like we have, unfortunately for him. That floor damage might affect my top speed here, but hopefully we'll be alright. Another scenario of me too busy talking to you, not concentrating what I'm doing, and messing up with my driving. So if you don't mind, I'm going to shut up and try and do some overtaking. He's now down in 4th, I think, behind the Red Bull, behind Max Verstappen. We're going to have a run here. So we're going to go for a move on Tsunoda. Bit of battery just to make sure. And you never know. Maybe up the inside of Carlos Sainz as well.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage.
That was ages ago. Shut up. That's P8. Told you we were going to get aggressive.
Seconds.
Basically, everyone in this train could potentially win this race. It's Alex Albon in the Williams that's P6 for Christ's sake. Unbelievable, Jeff. Although Teo Porcher was doing quite well, wasn't he, earlier on as well? I think the Williams suits this track just because it's so bloody fast in a straight line. Gasly again performing well up in 5th in the Alpine. He's having an end of season renaissance just like he did in real life.
Use overtake, use overtake.
Sainz is out of DRS range behind as well, so we'll be able to just extend on him now. This could be chaos. It's not, but it could have been. Hey, it nearly was.
Don't worry about the tyre.
I'm going for it. Should probably let him have the position there. That was what you commonly call a corner cut. Although I've let him have the position. And now I'm going to take him as I've got DRS and he hasn't. Sorry, mate. P7. I just don't care enough. Lance Stroll is leading the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Lance Stroll. I think we first started making YouTube content on F1 when my team came out. F1 20? And even then it was just loosely edited highlights. Mr. Albon, I want P6, please. I'm going to take P6 from me now, if you don't mind. It's already flashing. Gasly's already flashing. I've still got battery to burn, and I'm burning it. Oh, Albon's not giving up, though. Hello, Pierre. I'd like P5 as well, please, mate. Thank you. Bye. Aggressive for the win. We might get the win yet. Charles is trying to eke out a bit of an advantage out front though. Can't afford to let Charles disappear. We need to keep him as part of the train. Otherwise I won't catch him and we definitely won't get the win. Although last year we only got the win because Carlos Sainz's engine went pop. But this year we could just get the win because we'll get the win. We'll have earned it. Stroll and Verstappen side by side. Verstappen about to take P2. Stroll might hold on to it. They're very slow around here. That is going to be Charles getting away if we're not too careful. Come on, gents. Let's not just gift Mr. Leclerc another victory, shall we, eh? He's already won the World Championship. He doesn't need to win any more Grand Prix. He is disappearing, though. We're going to have to make sure we try and close the gap here. We use quite a bit of battery. Oh, my lordy, 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 lordison. Yeah, that was just awkward and awful and lost me a position because of wheel spin. Oh, jeez Louise, that could have been chaos. Max rode the curb, I rode the curb. Now Lance might well disappear. Hello, Pierre. Lance might well disappear with Charles. I'm getting my elbows out today. I want this win.
Move. Good job.
I want this win, Tom. Although I say that, Gasly got the win that day at Monza, and Carlos Sainz, who gave that line of radio, finished second. What we would have done in terms of position and finish without the safety car, I would actually have been very intrigued to see, because I think we had enough pace to get ourselves back to the top 6 or 7 maybe. The safety car has obviously given us the chance of potentially winning this race, certainly of being on the podium. But I think we would have done okay without it. I still think we might drop the difficulty to 103 for Qatar, because we can do that, see what it's like in the sprint, and then if 103 is too easy, then we can up it back to 104 for the full Grand Prix. So it gives us the luxury of trialling it in the sprint race. So we'll do that for Qatar, and then that will give us the opportunity to nail down the difficulty setting for Season 4 when we get there. Right, do we try and go for Max here? I've not got that much of a run on him at the minute. He's got quite a bit of battery left as well, so I'll hold off for the time being. Just sit for now. We've got a comfortable gap behind. Just regain some battery here. Stroll and Norris going side by side. Charles is still only just a little bit down the road. He's not completely cantered off into the distance. Alright. Cheers, Max. He had to get really slow because Orlando and Lance doesn't have DRS here. We're going to get third. He's going to try and hang on to it, but he's not gonna. We're going to get third. All right, 2.5 to Charles at the minute. 2.5. Lando. Hey, hi Lando. 2.2 to Charles. Ish.
And some information on Leclerc.
Oh.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems
Oh
like
my
there's
God.
some kind of problem with their car.
2 years in a row in Las Vegas, we run P2 and the car in P1 has an issue. I think we would have caught him anyway. We'll definitely catch him now. Charles Leclerc is going to drop like a stone if his car is not running at full power for the entirety of the rest of the race. Hopefully the team can rectify whatever the issue is before the end of the race and he'll be able to return to full racing speed. But at the moment, slow boy. Whatever I did to deserve this luck at Las Vegas 2 years in a row, I've no idea. But I will gladly take it. Jesus wept. That really was Tokyo Drift. Full opposite lock there. Lando Norris had luck. That probably looks rather ridiculous on board with Lando. Did it? Yes. Whee! Down, 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 down. Proper sideways past the sphere, showing off. Right then, Mr. Leclerc. Oh God, never mind. I missed the wall. I think I missed the wall.
Use overtake.
now Lando's going to have a go. Well, that wasn't how I envisaged it, but I've got more battery, so...
We'll take the lead, please, Charlie boy! Thank you! 1, 2, 3, P1!
Right, if you want to hold up everyone else behind, that'd be lovely, and I will do the disappearing into the distance now, Mr. Leclerc, if you don't mind. Here comes Lando. Yikes. Charles is already 4th. Soon to be 5th. I know I said he was going to drop like a stone. I didn't think it'd happen that quickly. Right, question is, can I break DRS to Lando at some point? 10 laps to go. Yeah, agreed, TT. They are a little bit. Don't know why. God. It's alright, Lando, you just go through the DRS detection point before me and I'll just get DRS and take the lead again. Ready? Or Lance Stroll will do it.
Okay, information on Sainz.
Information on Sainz finished the radio call? I presume Sainz... Oh, is he running last? No, Sainz is 8th. Perez has to have some sort of issue. He's dead last and he's miles away from anyone. His lap times are just absolutely gone. Mid-35s compared to... mid-32s. He's 3 seconds a lap slower. Why? Albon might well find himself. In fact, Albon is already 5th. As I say that, he's taken the Ferrari. Right, Lance, do you mind? I love how we're doing mid-32s and it's asking me to achieve an average lap time of 1:37. Oh, I don't know if I can do that, Mark. I'm not sure if I've got the pace, mate. Not done a 1:37 since we were in the rain. I need to stop doing that there, though. He moved over very late there, Lance, so I didn't dare risk it. I'm going to try and take Stroll here. Put him offline and hope that they lose some time. They haven't. Because I know the AI is slow through this sphere section. This part of the lap is my best chance of opening up that 1 second gap I need to break DRS. But they're so good in the traction zones that, and they're faster than me in a straight line inherently without any DRS or ERS because I'm running slightly more front wing, sorry. So I'm really going to struggle to break a second unless those behind fight, but there's 4 of us split by 1.5 seconds at the minute. So if someone back there in 3rd or 4th has a go for 2nd and slows them all up, I would gladly run away with a race victory. But I'm going to have to drive really well myself to ensure that they don't just keep tabs on me for the rest of the race. I might have the opportunity here, depending on how much time they gain back through this DRS, and I'm using quite a bit of battery here because I know, and they're going side by side. This could be the moment that seals the victory for us. Norris takes P2, and look at the gap on the Delta top left. It's over a second, and if they're side by side through here as well, I am absolutely laughing. And I think they might be. That's now a 1.5 second gap to Lando Norris. And 2 seconds to Max Verstappen. and Lando will be slow down this, comparatively slow. He'll still be doing 200 miles an hour plus. Be slow down this straight because he won't have DRS. So Lance will have a go at him, and they'll continue to battle. That might be the win. 5 laps to go when we cross the line. Charles Leclerc's car is fixed. He just set the fastest lap of the race. He's working his way back through. He's back past Alex Albon, although he has 6.5 seconds to me and 4 seconds plus to Lando Norris. But if the trio behind keep fighting and Charles's car is as fast as we think it might be in free air, then there is the potential of him still getting a podium here today. Even though there are only 3.5 laps left to go, Charles Leclerc will be very fast. We have a 2-second gap to those behind. I'm more than happy with how things have panned out in this Grand Prix. We won Las Vegas last year, and barring an absolute miracle in the opposite direction to the miracle we've already had today, we will be winning in Las Vegas again. Ah, yes. Stroll and Verstappen side by side through that section that's tight and close and twisty after the run down to the strip. And Stroll's back through against Verstappen. Verstappen's back through against Stroll. The gap is just growing ever more. Charles Leclerc is actually too busy locked in a fight with Alex Albon for P5, but he can't catch the trio in front of him. The gap is still growing behind, and the gap between Charles and whoever it is that ends up in P4 is closing, but it's not closing by enough over the next 2 laps to see Charles Leclerc stand a chance of anything other than a P5 or 6 if Albon gets him down the straight on the final lap. It's going to be a case of who has the most battery, I think, at the end of the Grand Prix. Charles should be okay for a P5. We've got a lap and a half to go, and we're just going to enjoy bringing it home and taking the victory once more. Just noticed that Albon has taken P5 away from Charles Leclerc again. It might have been tactical by Charles to let Albon take it this lap to take it back on the final lap rather than losing the position on the final lap. We'll wait and see. Norris is still P4 as Stroll and Verstappen continue to battle. Norris was first and then second for a while, but at the minute he's maybe biding his time. It'll be very intriguing to see who has the biggest balls into the braking zone at the end of this DRS straight next time out, as there's only 4 tenths that separate the 3 of them. Albon and Leclerc now only a 1.5 seconds behind Lando Norris, but unfortunately for them, just a little bit too much left to do to close in to stand a chance. Keep an eye on the deltas top left. We don't care about what I'm doing. We're going to get the win. The question is, who's going to be joining me on the podium? Will it be Lance Stroll? Will it be Max Verstappen? Will it be Lando Norris? In what order? Charles Leclerc does take P5 again. Stroll take... Oh my God. I need to see exactly how that happened because they changed positions loads there. So Lando's coming up on Max Verstappen here. He's got the run. Stroll doesn't have DRS. Lando makes a double overtake for second, but klauters over the curb. And then... Jeez Louise. So Lance is going to have the inside line here, although his ERS light is flashing. So Lance Stroll might not. If Max has more battery, Max will take it. And it looks like Max has more battery and Max will take it. We took it up though. Head to the casino, lads, and put it all on red because the luck is with Ferrari tonight, as it was last year as well. P20 to P1 last year in Vegas, P16 to P1 in Vegas this year, with rain in the desert as well, which we didn't expect and were devastated to see. George Russell doing a Franco Colapinto and putting it in the wall has definitely been a contributory factor in a large part to me winning this race. I don't actually know who was in second or third. It was Max that managed to get P2 in the end. Lance is third. And unfortunately for Lando, he sits P4. Now, did Charles get P5 in the end? Yes, he did. And fastest lap with a 1:31.7. I had a 1:32.1, which was the second fastest. Oh, no, it wasn't, because Alex Albon had a 1:31.9. Blimey, go on, lad. 25 points for me, though. Max Verstappen gets 18. Crucially, in the championship, Fernando Alonso gets none. So Alonso will struggle to overtake Max Verstappen in the driver's standings now this season, I think. No, it was Lando and Max that I was chasing, and Fernando had a bit of a gap. So Fernando might still be very, very close to guaranteeing a second in the championship, even with the DNF. Apparently, there was 0.035 between Max and Lance over the line, which is pretty damned close, isn't it? Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Yeah, Fernando's... Oh, actually, no. Fernando's got a 9-point lead over Max, who has a 18-point lead, or an 18-point lead over Lando, who has a 33-point lead over me. Well, if we end this season the same way we ended last season, with win in the sprint, win and fastest lap in Qatar, and then a P2 in Abu Dhabi, we might yet still catch someone in front of us, but we're guaranteed a top 5, I'm sure, as George Russell's DNF has kind of ruled him out, and Lance Stroll is significantly behind as well. Although if I feel like I can catch Lando, then George and Lance must feel that they can maybe catch me as well. The gap is 50 there plus back, whereas it's only 30-something to Lando. Max is probably too far away, but we will try. We will absolutely try. All it takes is a DNF for someone like Fernando Alonso got there, and it throws the opportunity wide open again. I mean, Charles Leclerc has got a DNF, a 10th and a 5th with fastest lap in the last 3 races. He's lucky he had the gap he did, otherwise we'd be closing in on him as a group. Max is in hot form though, isn't he? A win and 2 podiums, 2 second places. We'll see what happens next time out in Qatar. We'll drop the difficulty to 103 next time out. I think it's probably right. We only did as well as we did in Vegas there with a large slice of luck. So we'll do the sprint race at 103, and then we'll see if we need to do the main Grand Prix back at 104. But I'm quite happy to do it that way round. So I'm really pleased with that, and you're probably not surprised. Dub! B1! You love to see it. Hopefully we will see it again in Qatar. Let's head down. After rain in Las Vegas, I'm now perhaps slightly concerned. We might have...
I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through.
Yeah, we don't have any new parts. They're just preserved parts for next season, but fair enough. I just want to see if there's any rain in Qatar, which I hope there isn't. There isn't. Thank the bloody Lord. If there was rain in Vegas, then I know rain in Qatar is even less likely, but still there's the chance. It won't. Yay! I'll see you in the next one in a different desert.